Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Alternative Idol podcast. I'm your host Terry, and I'm joined by my colleagues Gary from Idol is Shit.
Hi guys.
And John from Straight from Japan.
Hello.
Hello. It's been another few weeks since we last did a show. News was a bit on the slow side, but we're back now, as ever, and
we're making up for it.
And we're making up for it with quite a good show today. So hopefully we'll have a lot for you. On the likes of today, just to give you a quick rundown of what we're going through. We've got stuff from the likes of Gokigen. What else we got? We've got some Empire stuff, so plenty of WACK stuff for you fans. We've got some stuff from Kagome Mental, plenty of stuff from Kagome Mental, as well as some new groups as well. So stay tuned for that, and as well as all of our MVs and all that sort of stuff as well. So that'd be pretty good. You know what everyone wants to talk about. We've got it. Any stuff that we don't cover this week will be anything that came out too late, and that'll be on next week's podcast. As long as there's enough to do.
I think we got most of the big stuff from the past couple of weeks.
I mean, it's mainly I think just MVs. Like the amount of MVs that came out this week was more ridiculous.
Crazy.
I think we had
in the last 2 days. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I think we was up to eight or nine MVs.
8 or 9, which just isn't going to happen because we don't want to keep you guys here for 2 to 2.5 hours.
Yeah, so we thought we'd kind of try and crack on and get things done. For anyone who's new with us today, I'm sure most of you have been with us before, but yeah, we are the All Idol podcast, myself and my colleagues, and we basically just do a weekly or bi-weekly roundup of all the All Idol news, releases, MVs, all that sort of stuff, just to keep everyone in a loop and make sure that we can enjoy All Idol to the fullest, and you can find good groups and stuff to listen to. So that's pretty much what we do if you're new.
We also tell really bad jokes.
And some really bad jokes,
and horrible puns.
I shall try to keep those to a minimum. I know some people don't like my puns.
We also let the dogs out on occasion.
Who? Anyway, let's. You guys want to say anything before we get started today? Or are you good?
Just thanks for checking out those top 10 videos we've been putting out, guys. That's really encouraging to see the kind of response they've had. So we'll be making a few more. Don't worry. Just stay tuned.
So if your favorite group or someone who you really think deserves the spotlight hasn't got it yet, put it this way.
Actually,
there are videos coming out that spotlight people for what they need to be spotlighted for. So don't worry. Your favorites
actually
will appear.
Give us ideas for top 10s
in chat.
Maybe we'll use them.
Yeah, because people do already give us ideas on the Discord channel, and they'll also give us ideas for other things. But we'll be talking about some of that later on. So stay around for that. Who's cracking us off today?
Oh, I'm not cracking anybody off, but that's me. If that means something in English.
Oh my goodness.
It probably does, but I've been using it for the last few shows and it always gets Gary, so I thought I'd carry on with it. But if you want to take us away then, John, then we can get started on this week's news.
I'll do that. Alright, so first up we got Disdol rebooting. What's going on with this, right? This weird announcement came across that they were restructuring, I suppose, and apparently this means all current members are leaving and they're getting new members. Weird.
So basically
Crazy.
Just get rid of everyone, right?
Yeah, all 6 current members are graduating on oh shit.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Basically everyone's contract is up and
leaving.
They're gone. By the sound of things.
Yep. Excuse me. Anyway, okay. I lost my whole train of thought there for a second.
All 6 of them are leaving. That's where you go.
All 6 of them are leaving. I mean, there's been changes. They've been kind of fluid already this year. They had 2 new members. They had 3 members leave. They had 1 leave due to health reasons. And they're not all... Just because they're leaving Distal doesn't mean that they're leaving Idol altogether. A bunch of them are going to continue on, probably in different projects, maybe solo. A couple of them are going into acting, and some of them are completely leaving. So, but we're getting. So
basically, Cyber's getting 3 new members, guys. You heard it here first.
There you go.
The Cyber bus will be picking a few people up for sure. Well,
but they've already
more people.
Yeah, they've already announced they've got 3 new members that they're apparently going to build the new disc doll around.
What?
And let's see, their names are Kurosaki, Yuki, and Sakura.
And these are the three new members that they're going to be basing the reboot of Disto around. Is that the idea?
Yep. Yeah, and I think that this is the 5th generation.
I thought he was about to say the 5th
generation?
reboot then.
No, it's the 5th generation. Back and one of the members that is leaving is actually an original member back when they were called Dissenter dolls. I don't know if anybody
let me guess.
Oh, I remember that.
Let me guess. There was only one original member, and the rest were all like later on, I assume.
I think there was 3 original members.
Oh, nice.
But only 1 is left.
Oh, so they're all gone now. So those 3 new members, right? They're not in the group at the moment. They're coming in completely new when they reboot it, I assume.
Yeah, they were already announced. They were already brought up on stage and
that must have been
announced.
awkward.
So wait, so you got the 6 girls on stage, and they were like, basically, these are your replacements. Can you all go away now?
Well, they all announced that this switch was going to happen.
Wow.
At a show.
Well, you know, if they're all aware of it and they're happy with it and they've all got plans to go and do other stuff, then fair enough. You know what I mean? People can't do Idol forever, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm sure that this wasn't like a spur of the moment type thing, being as they already have 3 replacements that are probably pretty trained up because they're supposed to be starting pretty soon here.
Oh, damn.
So, Disc Doll fans, everything's changing. I mean, has anybody really seen anything besides Victoria?
Nah, basically it's Victoria and what's it, Heruha? Or what's the Heruha? That one.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Or Hallelujah, or it might be that. I don't know, but yeah. It was on the album.
Yeah, I think some people didn't even know Disc Doll was still a thing, probably.
Probably not.
I mean, they're not shouting it from the mountaintops. They're pretty quiet.
Well, I don't really see them much on Twitter, and I don't really see them with other idol groups either. So unless they play with, you know, idol groups that maybe I don't pay attention to, I suppose. Maybe.
Yeah.
I think they do a lot of smaller shows, I think.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I completely forgot. Not only are they rebooting, but there is I believe, permanent backing band. So it's kind of a baby metal type situation.
Everyone's getting a band, it seems like.
Yeah, but theirs isn't going to be like special event, let's bring in the band. It's going to be, we have a band.
Cool.
So, I forgot about that. Somebody brought it up in the chat.
Sounds
Thank you,
expensive.
Sir.
Yeah, unless, you know, it's friends and family, or, you know, they're brothers, sisters, or whatever that are making the band, or it's in-house stuff, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think Bell Agency is like a small agency.
Can I get a checky with their guitarist? That's the real question.
I don't know. Is it going to be one of those situations where the band just comes on and plays and then is, you know, shuttered off after the show?
I'm sure we'll just have to wait a few more months and we'll probably get an MV or a PV or something of the newly reborn Disc Doll. Or Baby Doll, or Disc Baby, or whatever they call it, I don't know.
I think they're just calling it Disc Doll with
see.
your silliness.
We'll see. But
anyway, that's me screwing up that whole story, so yeah. Sorry about the pauses and stuff, guys.
It's all good. So speaking of something that's all go. What have we got?
It's all go for Gokigen.
Hey man, I read that specifically for you.
Jeez.
I wanted you to do it.
I write my own material, bro. Come on.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, so Gokigen, they recently announced a lot of stuff, and I'm about to break it all down. So strap in. Most of this came about from their second ever one-man live, which happened on the 3rd of September, so like a week ago-ish at this point. They unveiled some new outfits, which are, I mean, they're kind of interesting,
Parachute-y, jump pantsy, belty, combat things. I'm not quite sure what they... I mean, they look pretty cool.
I don't think any of those like snap-on belt things actually do anything.
But they look cool, man. It's
Yeah, sure.
provocative.
Why not? So so they've got new outfits, which they're pretty cool, I think. They also, I think we covered this a few shows ago. They announced that they had an album coming out, which is titled Indie's Best.
Indeed.
We got a bit more information on that from the One Man Live. It will be coming out on iTunes first on the 31st
they said
of
iTunes,
October.
but they didn't say which iTunes, so I assumed Japanese.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, they own all their stuff, I'm pretty sure, so they can probably just do whatever they want with it.
True.
So, Japanese iTunes at the very least on the 31st of October. If not, just tweet at Shirahata. She'll probably hook it up, I'm sure. Then the actual physical version of the album has been released on the 22nd of November. So, you know.
It's quite a way away, right? It's like a month.
Yeah, but I mean, they probably have to like, there's production time and all that kind of stuff. They might be making them themselves.
No, wait, I think they said that Village Vanguard are doing it for them. I think it's Village Vanguard that are making it for them.
Hey man, I got that Wraith single that Risaki from... It's Risaki, right?
Yeah.
From Necro. I got that in the mail. It's pretty decent for something one guy put together by himself.
Mine still hasn't arrived, so I'm getting quite worried now, but yeah.
It looks pretty dope. So, you know, if they are doing them all themselves, then, you know, it might not be that bad. So that's the album. There's a track listing floating around that I'm sure you can find on the Gokigen Twitter account. Let's be honest, even if I ran down the names of the songs, it probably doesn't mean that much to most of you.
Yeah, I think most people only know maybe 3 songs of Gokigen, if that, yeah.
Yeah, so I believe it's like 10 or 11 tracks on the album. So, you know, pretty decent selection. I'm pretty sure it's pretty much the set list if they ever, like when they do a full live, I'd imagine. What else did we have here? Shirahata Ichiho, who's the blue member and the brains behind the whole thing.
Yep.
She's having a birthday live on the 18th of November that I can't go to because I'm going to Nagano for Zenbu Kimi that day, so I'm kind of disappointed about that.
Priorities, man, priorities. You can do what you gotta do.
So, you know, that's birthday live, always fun. I believe that's Shibuya Milky Way, if anyone's interested. Tickets from the usual outlets that Gokigen sell through, I believe.
I think you might be able to get it from Ticket as well.
Tiget, probably, yeah. And last but not least, and this is going to be a sore point, so I'm going to just cover it quickly and move on. Gokigen also announced the winner of their music video competition. And unfortunately, Terry didn't win, but you can check out the winning entry on their YouTube channel.
And you can check out my entry on the Alternative Idol channel, because as far as we're aware, we don't have to remove it. Apparently, I think they just wanted as many videos with that song on YouTube as possible, so yeah.
Either that or we're going to get a takedown notice any day now.
Ichiho, if there's problems, just email me, babe. Let me know. I'll take that down. Don't strike me, please.
Yeah, don't copyright strike the channel.
I'm not going to be feeling very Gokigen if I get a strike.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's kind of your Gokigen roundup. They're also, their third one man is next February, I want to say.
It's away, yes.
It's like the 2nd of February, I believe, next year,
yeah,
sometime
it's some
around
way
then.
away, yeah.
But I think they're already selling tickets for it, so if you're going to be in Japan around that time, then hey, you know, and I believe is it?
There's quite a few.
WWW.
There's quite a few groups that seem to have either tours starting in January or February or like. Or
there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, maybe announce some more stuff for November 1st. I don't know, just a suggestion.
That'd be great.
But yeah, so that's your Gokigen roundup. I don't know if you guys want to chime in with any thoughts or opinions.
I prefer my video than the official one that won. I'm just throwing it out there. But you know,
all right, let's keep the salt levels in check, Terry.
I'm a small bit of man. Leave me alone.
I'm gonna have to fully agree with Terry on that one.
It's fine. I'm sure.
And I'll just leave it at
the
that.
horse head footage was good. Go watch it. It's funny. I'll give it that. It's funny. Go and enjoy the official video. It's cool. And then we'll move on from my bitterness to something that more induces sadness, and that is Checkmate. And losing more people after they've only just lost someone a while ago. They're now losing Reno.
Is it Checkmate for Checkmate?
I believe it might be Checkmate for Checkmate. They're running out of pawns here, people. We're down to like 3 members. But anyway, on September 3rd, it was basically announced that Reno was going to be leaving Checkmate. Her graduation was announced, apparently, and she was leaving due to poor conditions, so, you know, health reasons, in brackets, you know, because there doesn't really seem to be any other information relevant to her health situation, at least that I could see on Twitter. Maybe you guys, you know, found some stuff, but I couldn't really see much. It was just that she was in poor condition, whether that means, you know, singing wise and throat wise, or maybe, you know, just she couldn't keep up with it anymore. Who knows?
Maybe she hurt her back like I did.
Isn't yet? Could have happened. Checkmate have said that they will continue on with 3 members. They haven't said anything about getting anyone new yet, but you know, they've said that they'll continue on with the 3 members. The 3 remaining members are Hitomi. Hitomi, if you remember, is actually Checkmate's harsh vocalist, and she makes up a big component of their sound, especially in some of their songs, even though they don't quite utilize her as much as I feel that they could. You've got Saya, who basically does nothing. She was like the mascot at one point. She's like the youngest. They used to like just kick her off stage to go and set up Bupan because she doesn't do much. But it seems she's having to, you know, pick up on the singing.
To start
now.
doing work.
Yeah, she's having to start doing work now. Yeah, and Ayumi. Now I can't remember if Ayumi was. You remember Checkmate's whole idea was that they had like twin strong vocalists. Now I don't know, because John might be able to tell me, but was Ayumi the second strong vocalist?
Yeah, she was the second one of the twin vocal pair.
So Rina and Ayumi were the 2 strongest vocalists, I assume, like singing wise.
Yeah, Ayumi's picking up most of the. She's doing the heavy lifting now. She's doing most of the singing
and most of Rina's lines as well, I assume.
Yeah,
because from the videos I've seen of them performing as the 3, Saya's kind of still doing the choruses. Hitomi's doing more clean singing now, as well as her harsh vocals, and Ayumi's doing the majority of the clean singing. So yeah, they're still carrying on. I don't think it works as well as it did before, but they were good and their material's good, so hopefully they can, you know, either go on as 3 and say Saya starts, you know, lifting her weight a bit more, or maybe they can bring someone else in to give them a hand. They do actually have a one-man live scheduled for the 10th of November, so, you know, looks like they still have things in the works, which is going to be pretty good.
Yeah, they haven't announced if they're looking for any new members either.
Yeah, I hope that they do. I hope that they get someone who can really help them out and get them back up to strength, because a while ago Checkmate were really making, you know, some progress, and people were starting to, you know, say their name a bit more. So I don't want them to just become, you know, another Deep Girl because they lost a few people too quickly. So
maybe they should contact Nisdol.
Yeah, they just lost a ton of people.
There's 6 free ones right there.
Who wants me? But that's pretty much it for Checkmate. If you haven't checked out Checkmate, go and check out Checkmate. They're really good. They don't have too much that you can look at. There's a few videos on their YouTube, 1MV, some live videos. Vocals was always really good with them. The music was also pretty good. Hitomi is an absolute monster of a harsh vocalist when they actually can be bothered to use her. So that's a plus. But other than that, yeah, just best of luck to Checkmate, and hoping they can make a recovery from this and carry on. But speaking of someone losing someone, we've got someone who just lost someone out of nowhere, right?
Yeah, it's like unsolved mysteries time here. Regina Kiss has been reduced to 2 members for an unknown reason, and it was just very odd. Sometime between August 31st and September 3rd, their membership went from 3 members to 2 members. No explanation was given. And it seems like they just want to wipe her existence completely out. All the videos that she was in have been removed. So all videos of them as a group are no longer on their YouTube. So if you wanted to see some Regina Kiss, too bad. You don't get to. It's gone. They've replaced all of their artwork. Her Twitter still exists, and I think she still uses it, but I actually sent her a message asking, what happened to Regina Kiss. No answer, not a like, nothing. So, and yeah, they're gonna be having a meeting talking about what they're gonna be doing, and they're still scheduled to perform all of their existing dates. I don't think that they're gonna completely dissolve. They'll probably continue as a pair. They might pick up somebody else later.
I mean, the two that they have there, they're both quite good singers. They're both quite heavily tattooed, both of them. So they definitely have their kind of image with just the two of them. So I think it could work. They reminded me like an older, more tatted version of LADYBABY now with just the two of them, I suppose.
Yeah, well, all three of them were already solo idols, and this was just kind of a project they just kind of came together on to do. Right. So
pretty much.
It's just so weird that it's just like gone, like never existed. Very odd.
Yeah, I think the main thing is that they'd only just released that new video with the three of them. The one with the green screen, the bad green screen, and
the green screen
in the
nightmare.
bikinis. Yeah, that video was hilarious, and we was going to feature it today. So we had hoped we could have had that video to talk about because it was a sight to see. Even if it was just because they were all in bikinis and you could see all their tattoos, which was quite interesting. But yeah, that video then just disappeared. So who knows?
Yeah, that thing was up for like a couple of days and then it was just gone.
Yeah, everyone was like, "Oh, they actually sound pretty good."
It was quite the treat. Well, we'd covered one of their videos before. I remember. Remember when they used to be? Weren't they? Oh no, never mind. That was a different group. There was 4 members and they went down to 3 because of scandalousness. I can't remember what that was.
Was that like Plick Proc or something?
That was it. That was Plick Proc. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Speaking of one scandal, we could go to something that's kind of a scandal, but not really. Some people can see it as a scandal.
That's a reach.
Oh, I'm reaching here, but why not?
Anyway, so we've got some Empire news. The hot new thing from WACK and AVX ? Because, well, maybe not. So they were doing this thing on Twitter where the girls were like masked, right? They had like I don't know what you want to call it. I don't want to say anything in case people get mad. Yeah, they kind of looked like maybe They
had hoods on.
They had hoods on and like veils over their mouths and like the majority of their faces.
Like desk rabbits in burgers.
Well, you said it, not me, Terry. Anyway.
Demonetized.
So they were doing this thing on Twitter where I believe it was at least heavily implied if each of the members' individual Twitter accounts got to 10,000 followers, then they'd be unmasked like some villain in a Scooby-Doo cartoon or something, right?
Let's find out who they really are.
So, it was pretty slow going, let's be honest, right? They were kind of getting up there, like, they got, they all got to, 7,500, things really started slowing down, because maybe people were just sick of this bullshit.
Pretty much. I mean, one of them got pretty close, which was the Yuki girl.
Yeah, Yuki, she got, I think, right, and we'll get into this in a minute, I think she legitimately got to 10,000, okay?
Oh, 10, yeah, 10 she did. Yeah.
Because it wasn't like she just shot straight to 10k really quickly. So she got to 10,000.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, here's her face, except we've blurred out her eyes and her mouth. Okay? And I don't think I don't think social media took too kindly to that.
So, I mean, we all should have expected it, and we kind of did. So it didn't
There was
surprise me.
also this weird thing because on the Empire website they had like health bars or whatever, and to fill them up it was 15,000. So I'm not sure if this was just poorly communicated or what.
Yeah.
Whereas it's like, oh, 15,000 is the actual number to get like the full face reveal or whatever. But anyway, so I don't think people were too impressed with this. So there was a second member called Yuina. She got to 15,000, but she did it way quicker than pretty much all of them had
the least amount at the time of followers.
Yeah,
Because
she had like
posted
8K
as
or
much.
something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, just about 8K. Yeah.
So everyone's like, oh, they definitely botted this, right? And I guess Avex and WACK were like, okay, fine, you can see her face, but we're not going to show anyone else.
Yeah, you've ruined it.
We're going to decide when everyone else gets shown.
Yeah.
Okay. And is it Yuina or is it Yuki? One of them's up to like 30K or something.
She's
ridiculous.
been knocked back down now. So she went up to
she's at 29.5.
And that's
She was at like 50 or something.
Yeah, she was on
before.
54K at one point, and then basically like 20 something thousand got scooped out. Like, so she's still sitting
Obviously botted or whatever.
Yeah, she got
right?
super botted. And
so I don't know, man. I think all of them are over 10K now, right? So like we've all got their kind of blurred faces instead of the hooded faces. I don't know. I think they do this every time, so people shouldn't be that surprised that this is the promotional tactic.
I mean, I found it more funny that people were just like, oh, you know what, we're gonna fuck with him and we're just gonna bop the shit out of them.
I think people wanted to fuck with it, and they also kind of just got bored.
Yeah.
Well, I thought the 10K thing was probably fine, but
yeah, but then they're all 15.
But then when they take the hood off and it's blurred face, that's kind of what set the whole thing off.
My original suggestion for this was, I'm gonna do some idle promoting right now, and I've already said this to you lot. It was just that I thought maybe, you know, along the health bar they should have had stages. You know, like at 2K she can tweet, you know, at 4K she can respond, 5K maybe she can post, you know, plain clothes photos but you can't see her face, and then, you know, when you get to 10K then maybe she can be, you know, whatever, like faced, or you can see her or whatever. But they should have just spaced it out, you know, so that as people followed her it unlocked stuff for the girl that you was following, and you know, it kind of made it a bit more like you was working towards, like, come on, in computer games these days everyone wants unlocks. Like, if you get a game and you can't unlock nothing, you might as well not play the fucking game. Everyone's working towards XP and unlocks and all that sort of stuff.
So chat has just reminded me of something hilarious. So while all this was going on, the Alloy Twitter account tweeted out and were like, okay, all the individual member accounts are suspended until we get, like, what was it, 15,000 followers on the group account.
Yeah.
And they had like 2,000 to start with or whatever.
They didn't have much.
Apparently it went up to 14K, but now it's back to like 8, so I guess bots have been dealt with.
Probably people realised it was a joke or whatever. I think the main reason that some of the girls got more follows than the others was because a lot of them immediately they was allowed to tweet. A lot of them were posting, you know, plain closed photos of themselves without their faces. A lot of them seemed to be a lot more responsive on Twitter, and, you know, posting, you know, behind the scenes pictures and all that sort of stuff. And because those people were posting pictures that got retweeted, they then got shown around a lot more. So a lot of people, like, I've seen that girl from Empire, but I haven't seen anything of the other girl. So I think Midoriko, Yuki, they were like, I'm sure that they're like pretty good on social media usually outside of Idol, so they kind of knew what they were doing anyway. A lot of the other lot, they probably weren't quite used to having a following of such numbers on social media and didn't quite know how to interact or what to post to, you know, to get people interested in them. So they kind of struggled, and it took a lot longer.
Like, the thing is, right, you would have thought that they'd have learned from this from a previous experience.
From which one?
Because when Ayuni joined Bish or Bish or however the fuck you want to say it, whatever, they were like, okay, you get to see her face or whatever at 10k, right?
Yep.
Then people botted it or whatever, and they're okay, 15 now.
Yeah.
And then that didn't go over very well.
So even to this day, she has about 2,000 or 3,000 fake. It might even be more than that. I think we did the Twitter audit thing on Ayuni D. She's got quite a few fake fans. And then you got the original Bish lineup. Do you remember when they did the Black Eyes and they did that sort of thing?
Yeah.
And then they've all got like 10k, 5 to 10k. A lot of the original Bish girls of like botted accounts. I mean, it's nothing compared to their actual amounts because they're all on like 40k, 50k now. You know what I mean? They're established.
It feels like this is kind of just the AVEX/WACK kind of like paint by numbers way of promoting a new idol group, right?
I reckon that Avex literally just went, look, you know what you're doing, you handle this to Watanabe, and he's literally just gone, I'm going to go with what I always do. It's going to be, we get a certain amount of things, but he's done it a bit too much.
Sometimes it's okay to play the hits all the time, but, you know.
Yeah, not this time. I think it came around and bit him in the ass pretty hard.
Mix some new stuff and maybe, I don't know.
I think the main thing is that, I mean, I'm not even sure Avex are going to be able to ruin their music because they're starting off with Avex, so it's either going to be good or it's going to be bad. We're never going to be able to say Avex ruined them because they start off being bad.
I don't know any groups that Avex ruined. They didn't ruin Bish, if that was somebody was trying to say. Because
I'm not even going to get into that. Before. I'm going to completely pass that.
I could go here, but I think that's a topic for a completely separate video.
Yeah.
So just to kind of wrap this up, I noticed when I was checking Twitter earlier that WACK are doing a big kind of show in December, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's going to feature like Gang Parade, Bish, and I believe it said Empire and more.
And the Scrambles band, the WACK Scrambles band. They have an actual band with a name. I can't remember the name of it. But
I don't know if we're going to have to wait till December for Empire's big reveal, but you know.
It's entirely possible.
That's the kind of most immediate thing they've been announced for.
I mean, the only thing I could think of is that they're still doing a hell of a load of training. Like, really, training, getting, the
two of them aren't. Yeah. Two of them have been there forever.
I know, but until, the music was made and the rest of them were there, they can't really practice stuff that's not
that's true.
Created. I wonder who did the choreography, because who does, Bish's choreography is Aina, right?
I have no idea. Probably.
Yeah, I think she's the dancer of the group. So
someone does Gang Parade's choreography, but I can't remember. It's one of the girls, but I can't remember who. So then who's going to be doing Empire's choreography? It's going to be interesting to see.
They'll just hire someone. Avex probably has a couple.
I was going to say, who does Billy Idol's choreography, but they don't have choreography. They just have a green screen and they walk in front of it. So they don't really need choreography for that.
That behind the scenes video was pretty cool.
It was pretty good.
Anyway, so that's the most up to date kind of status report from the front lines of the Empire kind of war. Yeah. I think this battle's been won by the rebels, I think, so we'll see what happens.
The Death Star has been destroyed.
Let's talk about some recently announced releases.
Well, I can start us off for that one because one of my favourites has just announced something, and that would be Mick Mashota. So Mick Mashota, essentially, they've announced a mini album. Well, it's a mini album called the Orbit EP, which quite tickles me because, it's either an EP or a mini album, but, it's both the same thing, whatever. And that's apparently releasing in early December. To go along with this mini album, they have a tour starting on January 2nd, which seems quite a while, actually. Everyone seems to be releasing the CDs and stuff and then doing tours quite a while afterwards. I'm assuming for people, to learn the songs or whatever, or maybe they already have prior stuff planned before that. Currently, the only date announced is the actual first date of the tour, which is the one that takes place on January 2nd, and that's Tsutaya O West. Any idea?
It's a pretty decent venue, isn't? Is that? Wait a minute. 1 second.
It's not OEast, it's definitely OEast.
Yeah, it's small. It's smaller than
OEast, right?
Yeah, I think isn't that like 750 and East is like 1500 or 1200 or something?
It's probably
I can't remember exactly.
But anyway,
I'm not 100%
even while you're looking it up, even more interesting than that is that a while ago you had this thing came out that that Migma Shelter were doing some member auditions, so that they were trying to bring in more people because they thought it'd be nice for their choreography to have more members. I mean, you already have quite a few members, so I don't know why they want more. But apparently Yoneko's going to do some training or something, and she's stepping down from captain, and there's going to be this whole captain thing where people are going to try and become captain, so even the new members who come in could potentially become captain of the group. I think it should be Yoneko still, but that's just my opinion. People don't really agree with me. But anyway, the new member audition application page has opened on Migma Shelter's official site. When you go to that, you'll do your application and all that sort of stuff. But the members that actually succeed and make it into the group are actually promised that they will participate in the recording and tour of the mini album. So that means we could potentially see 1 or 2 brand new Migma Shelter members actually on the recording of the mini album and actually on the tour, which is pretty crazy, right?
Nah, they always record guerrilla style. They're always like, yeah, we're releasing this on this date, and they record it like the week before. They always do that.
I think with Migma Shelter they can do that really, because it's more about the music and what they do on the stage, and then the vocals are quite sparse with Migma Shelter. Like there's a lot of instrumental breaks, and then there'll be bits of singing, and then gang choruses here and there. Not like gang shouting or anything. People don't get too excited, but like just sung together.
So All West is 600 capacity.
Oh yeah, so not that big, but probably pretty big for them, to be honest. I'm not quite sure what's the biggest they've event played before that, because most of the stuff that I watch from them usually looks max like 200, 300.
And Oeast is 1300. So
definitely a difference then.
Definitely not Oeast.
But yeah, I'm happy that there's new stuff coming out for Migma Shelter. We had their last single that came out a while ago, which is Svaha Racer, and that had 3 tracks on it. Unfortunately, it didn't have one of my favourite tracks from them, which is Mostrain, and I believe you've now got a new song from them, which was called Amazing Glow. I'm sure it was Amazing Glow. I might be wrong on the title, but that was actually really good as well. So I'm quite interested to see all of these tracks come together to make up the EP. I'm assuming they're probably just going to merge the first single and the newer tracks that they've then released and then have that. Who knows? But I'll probably pick this up just like I want to pick up the single, but I haven't been able to track it down yet, so hopefully I'll find one when I'm over there, or get one from a show maybe. But then again, we'll see. But that's my Migma Shelter release rundown. I hope you guys are as excited for it as I am. If not, go check them out on YouTube. There's plenty of live clips in 4K, so you can get all the enjoyment of their what's the name of their music style they've called it? Well, it's psychedelic trance with idols, but they call it
something mind kill music,
brain destruction,
something like that.
Brain destruction,
yeah, brain destruction.
Yeah,
that's
something like that. They've some crazy name they've called it, but mind-boggling comes to mind when I watch it. But yeah. But do you want to take us away on our second release of this week, Gary?
Okay, let's see. I'm so going to make a mess of this name. I apologize in advance. So, Kagome Mental's newest addition to the family, Kaqriyo Terror Architect, something like that. I'm just going to call him Terror Architect, why not? Yeah. They announced that they're putting out their first single.
Well, hey, finally, I suppose.
They also added a 3rd member. I'm not sure if we covered that on a previous episode or not, so we should probably mention that. More on that in a moment, though. So they've announced their first single. It comes out on the 4th of October, so really soon.
Oh, damn.
Like 4 weeks' time-ish.
Yeah, not long.
It is a double A-side. The leading A-side is Kagome Kagome, which is a Japanese children's game, apparently. Basically, you have one player who is technically they're considered a demon or some kind of equivalent, and apparently they sit blindfolded, which is already starting to sound super suspect. And then the other children that are playing, they'll join hands in a circle around the person sitting blindfolded. This is just
I think I've watched a few videos that end and start like this.
This is just so weird. So they stand in a circle around the person who's the demon, and they walk around in the circle, and they chant whatever the song is.
There's an actual song, yeah, that goes Kagome.
That's so
Kagome
crazy.
Yeah.
So and then when they stop chanting, the person who's blindfolded tries to name the person that is standing behind them.
So basically, I'm assuming as they're listening to the singing, they kind of have to keep track of who's singing as you're. I mean, it sounds like a cool game. I'd probably play it when I was drunk, but maybe not in the dark. Put it that way.
That's pretty crazy. Anyway, so Kagome Kagome is the leading A-side, and then the second A-side is Hybrid Taboo, which, you know, no idea what that's about.
Sounds like incest is wincest to me, but I don't know. Sounds a bit weird.
And then the B-side, because it actually has a third track, surprisingly enough, is called Inverse Cross. So, you know,
we've got some edgy titles on these ones.
A bit of imagery going on, like, you know, a bit of a theme. So that's your details on the single there. You know, I'm definitely picking it up. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll order it.
And in other news, that new member that I talked about a little while ago, she got a Twitter account. Her name is Yamako Maro.
Bow. Perfect.
So
perfect.
I will drop her Twitter handle in the chat for the live viewers, and if you're watching the VOD, it's in the description. If you're listening to the MP3, then I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, that's Terror Architect. Definitely want to check them out when I'm in Japan, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, you guys seem like you're looking forward to this as well. So.
Oh, absolutely. I think we're gonna get into this a little more later in the show. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we'll have a bit more to say about this in just a little bit here. But first, I believe you have some stuff you'd like to talk about, John.
Yeah, well, we can talk about another new release here. Looks like, well, a group that I don't think we've ever covered. Have we ever covered Parents?
Once.
Once?
Have we?
I thought it was Pims we covered. Was it Parents? See, I'm confused.
Oh, do you know what? I
about
think we were supposed to cover Payrins and then it got scrapped. I think I feel bad now, but maybe we should have covered them.
But anyway, Parents, I'm sure that some of our audience might know who they are. They've got a triple A side coming out, so topping Terror Architect's double A side. And luckily for me, all the titles of the tracks are in English.
Good times.
So we got track 1's called Color. Track 2 is Fighting Dreamer, and track 3 is Wasted Dance.
I'm sure there was an anime OP or anything. Yeah, it's called Fighting Dreamer, right?
Is that second track a cover of the Flow song from Naruto?
It might be.
As soon as I read it, I had the song play in my head, but I was like, wait, it's not them. I'm sure it's
Fighting Dreamer.
Yeah, exactly.
But this triple A side single is going to be released today.
Really? Oh, nice.
Well, actually, yesterday in Japan, it was released on the 9th.
Oh, cool.
And that was it was released at the live, which was a double birthday live.
Double birthday live, Jesus.
Yeah, and they're going to announce where you'll be able to get it. It's going to be sold at a couple of online storefronts, so they'll tweet about that. If anybody's a Parents fan, they probably already know this, and if you're not, I guess I'll give a slight description. I guess they're kind of an idol rock, another idol rock.
Kind of like Alloy.
Yeah, kind of Alloy-ish.
Okay,
I think they've been around longer than Alloy though.
I was just trying to find something that other people might already know and listen to that could compare. And I suppose Alloy would probably be a good one because a lot of people, you know, are getting into Alloy recently.
Yeah, yeah. Parents isn't too bad. They're not too bad as far as idol rock goes.
Yeah, it's quite a few.
I've heard worse.
Like, there's quite a few idol rock groups, you know, that are just kind of like standard idol rock. So I think it takes quite a bit to stand out from other groups when it comes to just standard idol rock. So, you know, it can be.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna come. It's gonna come more down to actual live performance and costuming than actual sound.
Yeah. If there's no gimmick, you just need to be really good at what you do to beat everyone else, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah. And I guess, I mean, do you guys have anything to add to this one?
To parents? Not really.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I should probably check them out. But I haven't really had a chance to listen to anything. I think I listened to one of their older things, but I should probably check them out now, seeing as Mr. Viz is saying that he's probably excited for this. So I should probably check it out, seeing as Viz's good taste is normally impeccable. So I don't doubt him when he says that it's probably worth looking forward to. Well, at least not yet anyway. I might be disagreeing with him soon, who knows.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I've never listened to them, but I'll check this out if it's available anywhere.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do it digitally, but yeah, they've got a SoundCloud. It looks like.
Oh, good.
So,
Oh, I
okay.
can have a look.
Yeah, I think I went. I think I actually went there like this week and listened to whatever track they got on there. I don't know if it's from this release, but
Okay, cool.
they got something there.
Should we move on to
Give you a taste.
move on to something else?
Yep, we've since we've done. I think that's pretty much all the new releases. It's a pretty dry season at the moment, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
But we have a new group. Well, we have a lot of new groups, but we're only talking about one. Sorry, guys. Apocalypse. Y'all heard about these? New idol super group?
Yeah, I was going to say, we can't really call them new idols, considering they're all...
It's like a very creative way of spelling apocalypse, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know why they got 3 P's in there, but...
They've all got lisps, so that's how they can get away with it on stage. We are Apocalypse.
Yeah, let's see who we got. We got Chiffon from You'll Melt More. We got Marina Nishi from Nanahamu
yep.
to... Yeah.
Yaki
And, yep, and we got Benny from Avandon. God, I can never say that.
Abandoned.
Yeah, Abandoned. I can never say that name.
It's like abandoned, but with a V.
Yeah,
Swing-
that
yeah.
makes no sense to me. And Pai Pai Dekami, who's a solo idol, I believe.
She's quite interesting. I would suggest going and watching one of her videos if you haven't.
Yeah, so they're pretty new. They debuted on the 26th at Jam.
Yeah.
But I think when they debuted, they had a different member.
I don't think it was just the 4 of them. Just the 4 of
I
them.
thought Chiffon wasn't in there yet, and they had a different member, but then they dropped her and got
I
Chiffon.
think the picture I have is from at Jam.
Is it?
I think, yeah.
Okay, because I thought I read somewhere that they'd already
Maybe.
changed lineups.
No, I think
But
they're
I
looking
don't
to
know.
change lineup. I think they still want more people, I think.
They are. The day after their at Jam appearance, they announced that they're doing a member auditions to expand their membership.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Isn't Benny going on hiatus or something?
No. So it was the other girl from Abandoned, that one. She's going to do studying. Just basically, Abandoned aren't going to be available to do anything until next year sometime. Like a good couple of months into the next year before they can do anything once she's finished with exams and all that sort of stuff. So essentially, Benny's a free agent for like 6 months or something like that. So I'm assuming this is going to be her thing to do.
Well, okay, I got it mixed up then. So she's not going to be in this group for that long.
I don't even know if
what
this
I
group-
probably meant.
I don't even know if this group is going to be a permanent thing.
It'll be like
if they're
Natasha, probably, right?
Yeah.
If they're holding auditions, I mean, the
that's
auditions don't even close for another 11 days.
True.
They close on the 20th of September.
Because I think the group itself is Nishi's, which are Marina Nishi's, who's the Nanahamu to Yaki Udon girl. So I think the group's hers, and then I think she brought in Benny, and then she brought in Pai Pai and then Chiffon. I think it was.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But I don't think Grape Stage from @Jam was broadcast, so
No.
nobody's got any footage. Only people that were there have heard them. So
Yeah.
Man. Heads
Who
are going to
knows?
roll for that.
yeah, but unlike Natasha, they didn't release a CD. So
Yet.
Yet, yeah.
yeah,
But they must have a song. Apparently, they have one song or two songs or whatever.
I think I read they just have one.
I think maybe they did one song, a small MC, and then the same song again. You know, the usual
Yeah,
idol play the same song over type thing.
yeah, they could have at least had two. I mean, come on.
Depends on how new. I wonder if they're gonna go for like from the outfits. You know, they got they look a bit like Empire, but without the controversy. If you get what I mean, their outfits. It's kind of like leathery.
They actually kind of look like the outfits from a music video we're going to be talking about real
Ooh,
soon.
Yeah,
that's a good
I was
point.
gonna
Yeah,
say
yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna say that, but I didn't want to,
People
throw it out
we'll
there.
We'll see. That pretty much wraps it up for Apocalypse. But don't worry, this isn't the end. We have more. So let's move on to
Remember how I talked about Terror Architect having a single earlier?
Yeah, I do.
Anyone?
I
Yeah,
do.
you guys remember?
I remember.
Well, guess what? They put up the first song from it
They did.
for a preview.
They did.
The song being Kagome Kagome. I believe it's just a demo version, so it's not, they haven't like polished it up and made it all like nice yet, but
For a demo.
It
for a
sounds
demo,
pretty nice.
It's a
sounds
banger
pretty
for me.
decent. Yeah, so like, what do you guys think?
It's a banger. I checked it out immediately and was like, everyone, this is not what I was expecting. Holy crap, check it out. Everyone else seemed to
Yeah,
be
I
like,
hope
okay.
I hope everybody did go check it out because it's gone now.
Yeah, they've smartened up.
Yeah. Kodomo has finally
no more free previews.
no more free previews, peeps. So that 2-hour window is actually going to be a 2-hour window from now on. It looks like, so get there while you can.
Yeah, but I guess we could give it a description. It's kind of, what is it? Kind of a electro. I don't even know. It's
like
kind of EDM-ish.
Yep. So drum wise, it's like, you know, arm and break, like drum and bass, like pretty quick tempo, a lot of arpeggiated synth.
It also has the kind of Kagome mental house style, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
There's also this like kind of crazy part where they do a death growl with a synthesizer.
Yeah, to kind of lead in and out of like
that was sick.
And
Yeah, they don't have any actual harsh vocals from
no. It seems like what they've done is they've taken a different approach to like breakdowns and that sort of stuff, and they do more kind of like whispered effects and that sort of stuff.
It seems like they've put the harsh vocals on the synthesizer. If that
I mean,
makes
that's pretty
sense.
cool, man. I can get down with that.
It's definitely not something I've heard really ever,
Like,
I don't think.
The guitar is like super driving, like it keeps the whole song going along that whole way, that guitar. And then when you put that with, you know, drum and bass type style drums, and then, you know, for the chorus you got like this arpeggiated like synth that comes in that's really like epic, and then you got the girls. The chorus is actually really catchy actually. Like it's quite easy to sing along to.
Well, you can almost imagine them playing the game, can't you? With it when that chorus is going. Now
Yeah.
now that we know what the game is, you can
Pretty
almost
much.
imagine it happening. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I'm sure that if they make a video, this will be the song as well.
They're definitely making a video.
Oh hell yeah, definitely. I mean, we're probably already looking at something from the MV in the picture, let's be honest. So far, all of Zen Kimi's recent offerings in artwork have all tied into the music video. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah.
So
Per Kagome Mental's production staff are probably having a lot of sleepless nights right now.
yeah, trying to sort all this stuff out.
And I'll tell you what,
between this and the other stuff we still have to talk about.
Yeah.
Kagome Mental is just. I mean, they're usually not putting out anything bad, but they are just crushing it lately. I mean, it is ridiculous.
Best
How much good
production agency currently.
I would say.
Yeah.
In terms
Yeah.
of MVs, definitely.
In terms of song output, I mean, have you ever heard a bad Kagome
Consistent.
Mental song? Really?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they're the
Yeah, that
they're
is
the
very
equivalent
true.
of scrambles, but no one complains about them.
Yeah.
Probably because they don't just do the same song every time.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I will take that. But yeah, that's
So,
about
yeah.
it for the song previews, right? Or is there anything else?
Yeah, pretty much. If
Yeah.
you missed out on this, maybe try and track down someone that has a copy,
Or
because you can't listen to it right now.
or you just wait and it comes out on October.
Yeah, just wait a
right?
couple of
Yeah,
weeks,
just wait
I
a couple of
guess.
weeks. It's coming out.
October the 4th. Same day as the rescheduled Biss single, by the way.
And don't no one give Viz Major your email because yeah, Viz will send you loads of idle spam mail. You can't trust him.
Can't be trusted.
Can't be trusted.
So yeah, why don't we talk about some music videos?
We should.
I like music videos.
We have a few here, quite a stacked lineup, and we had to cat like 3 or 4.
I had even more because I had another 2 that I didn't even put in the document that I need to put in later on. That I think I posted in various places. So we would have had like 9 or 10. It would have been quite ridiculous. So unfortunately, we don't have time for those.
We're already kind of creeping up on an hour here, so
But we'll smash on with the first one.
There's like a UFC starting in like an hour and a half, and I've got places to be. So
Yeah, I've got some Stardom wrestling to watch. Sorry guys, I'm out of there.
So yeah, let's just dive right in. We haven't actually talked about NECRONOMIDOL's music video for Dawn Slayer.
Yeah, but we do now.
It's pretty crazy, right? We didn't talk about that.
What
what happens, It's alright though, we're going to make it up to you, but more on that later.
Yeah. So
nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Their first, big production MV, for them, where they're actually, doing some actors and they've got some.
They were, and I quote, super stoked about this.
They were super stoked, definitely, yeah. We've got a bit more info into this MV, but we'll talk about that another day. We've got some stuff to talk about later on. But how are you guys feeling about the MV anyway?
Yeah, I like it. You can definitely tell that there was much more of a kind of production behind this than most of their other stuff in the past.
Yeah.
They're not just outside freezing in the snow.
I think Chris gave us a good roundup of basically what was going on in the video. Someone gave me like a brilliant little brief thing of what's going on, like the story behind it, and it was quite funny. It was basically, I don't know if everyone else has figured out basically what's happening, but essentially at the beginning, Himari, who I believe is supposed to be the grand something of magic or something for the darkness, so the darkness chieftain of magic or whatever, she's looking to her little ball thing and she basically sees that Hina is basically going to rebel against the Queen of Light. Hina is being the Princess of Light, right? And she basically sees that she's going to rebel, so then she goes about basically telling Risaki, and Risaki tells Sari, and they basically arrange for Risaki to go and pick up Hina so that Hina can basically rebel against the Queen of Light, because the Queen of Light's been treating Hina and Rei like rubbish or whatever, something like that. So basically, as you can see in the video now, Risaki picks up Hina. They take Hina back to where Sari's the Queen of Darkness. They put some chocolate sauce on her and that sort of stuff. It's all very nice to watch. And then basically she then becomes the Princess of Darkness, I believe. And they use the sword that she took from the Queen of Light to basically forge the Dawn Slayer, which is basically the sword that can destroy the light or destroy the sun, essentially.
Okay. So that's pretty much it. Pretty
much, right? And they make the
So couple criticisms, okay?
Yeah,
it's a great video. Couple criticisms. That sword is ridiculous.
You mean the prop one, right? The black one, the Dawn
Slayer. The Dawn Slayer is
yeah.
ridiculous.
Okay, the Dawn Slayer is ridiculous.
And that whole thing where the Queen of Light or whatever is like, I don't even know what she's doing to Hina with that sword.
She's prodding her with the sword, I suppose. She didn't
Not
really
even.
her.
She's like kind of scraping it against her and like flicking her hair with it. What's that about?
Bullying, I suppose, would be the word.
I guess. I don't, that's the only things that I was like, I'm not sure about this.
Yeah,
I mean, come on. Japan has a history of ridiculous swords. I mean, come on. The Buster Sword, come on.
Yeah, but I mean, I mean, Scotland has
I
its
think
history of crazy swords as well.
I think the sword's fine. I just think it's where when she goes to the Queen of Light, she's in quite a well lit room with the sword, and it makes it look more proppy than it needed to be. If maybe, you know, maybe she had approached her and they've managed to get the Queen of Light out of the well lit room.
It looks.
Or
it looks more like a club than a sword, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I think maybe when she went in to fight the Queen of Light, maybe the room should have like darkened where the sword had like taken the light out. Or they could have done something quite cool to, you know, show that it was the Dawn Slayer.
I'm just saying, you probably have more chance of beating someone to death with that than like slicing them up or stabbing them.
I'm sure it has some sort of magical properties and it will just kill anything it touches.
Probably shoots laser beams or something.
Oh hell yeah, why not?
Sari plays her part amazingly. Like,
some of her shots are amazing, especially when she's holding the
she's the most
thing.
Believable, I think.
Well, being that she actually lives within the darkness.
Well, you know, I think like she was the most believable.
I think
Risaki was pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
Yeah, but you're gonna say that. We know you're gonna say that.
I'm obviously gonna say Sari was the best.
Himari does her whole, you know, elegant. You know, she's all about elegance and that sort of
caressing the crystal ball.
Yeah,
and
with
all
the
that kind of
you know,
stuff.
very like long-winded caressy movements. That's kind of her whole style of things. Hina, you know, she pretends to be cute, but really she's evil.
See, there's that scene with her getting like harassed with a sword again. I don't understand it.
I don't know.
And then you got Ray being the wayfish. You know, she's just kind of on the side.
Well,
maybe we should
she
have
was like Hina's lady in waiting, you know, and she's meant to be
handmaiden,
yeah. And she kind of takes the brunt of it all really when Hina decides to, you know, screw off the Queen of Light and rebel and go towards the darkness. But I mean, it fits with their characters, you know. Hina, everyone thinks she's cute and bubbly, but she's dark. Ray is, you know, the light one out of all of them, you know. It fits, I think.
So Hina gets harassed with a sword, and Ray gets beat up by a pillow.
I mean, the Queen. No one said the Queen of Light could be brutal, innit? That was about as much as she could do.
I suppose so.
Who knows?
Maybe she should have just had a giant feather.
Someone tickled her to death.
I guess. I don't know.
I'll tickle the darkness out of you.
Hey Ricky, there's an idea for your next video.
Did anyone else notice the slight Christian overtones with the praying and the Jesus picture?
Yeah,
Did anybody else notice that?
Yeah.
Yes.
I felt that was a little odd.
It's hard to tell if it was intentional or not, though, right?
It might have just been.
It might have just been in keeping with the backdrop because, you know, it looks kind of Victorian.
They probably just wanted some kind of religious imagery or whatever.
Yeah, something. You know that Japan's not really about religion, so like they could probably use anything, and they'd be like, oh yeah, it's some sort of religious rubbish. Cool, that'd be it. But yeah, I really like the video, and I'm excited to see what Necro could do to top this now, really, because, you know, this is their first big budget thing and I really enjoyed it, and it's definitely a hell of a thing to watch. So well done on the video, NECRONOMIDOL and Ricky on that one. But yeah, briefly, I mean, I could probably talk about it now, right guys? Now wouldn't be a bad time.
Yeah,
you can pop it out there.
So recently I managed, after, you know, a few emails back and back, I managed to get an interview with Ricky. You know, we speak to him occasionally and that sort of stuff, so managed to get an interview out of him. That's basically
the producer of NECRONOMIDOL, if people aren't aware.
Yeah, his name's Richard Wilson. He's the producer of NECRONOMIDOL. He's kind of the guy that most of you will see pictured with NECRONOMIDOL. Lovely fella, really nice guy. I'm doing some brilliant work over there with NECRONOMIDOL.
The very tall, foreign-looking gentleman.
Yeah, surrounded by all the tiny Japanese girls. Essentially, I managed to get an interview with him. You know, we spoke a lot about the Dawn Slayer release and some other really interesting questions that a few people had put forward to me that I wanted to ask him.
Look,
so that
we asked good questions, okay?
We asked good questions, yeah. So
this isn't a run-of-the-mill thing.
Don't expect us to be asking what Sari's favourite thing is for breakfast or what perfume Hina wears, because these questions were, like, proper. So if you're actually interested in reading a bit more of an in-depth interview, you know, about the behind-the-scenes of Necro and what's going on, you know, for this release and releases coming out, as
What's
well as
coming up as well.
yeah, there's
you know?
some few other bits there
Yeah,
in there.
maybe, you know, I'm not saying he kind of, you know,
I'm not saying
mention some
I'm not
things,
saying
but
we let slip everything in it. Like obviously you got to keep your cards close to your chest, but it's very informative. So yeah, I've got that interview coming out sometime next week. So look out for that. It will be posted on John's
it'll
site
hopefully be out on
Monday, Monday or Tuesday. We'll see. Once I've finished off a few bits and bobs.
So if you're watching this on the VOD on Monday, there's a decent chance it's up.
Yeah,
but
so
we'll see.
that'd be good to read. It's going to be hosted on John's website, so that's straight from Japan. As you guys know, I'm an editor on there, so I'm going to do posts and that sort of stuff occasionally when John's not about. And this will be my first big thing on his, like, big contribution on his site, I suppose. So yeah, you'll be looking out for that on straight from Japan. Unfortunately, it will only be available if you've subscribed to our Patreon. I'm only joking. Don't worry. We don't have one of those, and we never will. All of our content will come
Hey,
free.
speak for yourself.
If you want to get one, I'll buy you a coffee. How about that?
Yeah, go for it. Check out my Twitter. Buy me a coffee if you like some of the stuff. All right.
And then you can.
Anyway,
And then you can go fund me. Yeah.
So let's move on. I think.
Yeah, I think
you know,
Necro's good. We're done.
So Oyasumi Hologram put out a new music video.
They did.
I was excited until I realized it was for an old song. I feel like we've done this a lot lately.
What with Oyasumi putting out videos for old songs all the time?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically, this is a new version of an
old song.
But it's a new version, right? It's a band version.
It's a band version of Machine Song. BAND, not band as in illegal. It's a demo, and you can really tell that it's a demo. So don't really come in expecting too much.
You know, I think like you said to me, you know, if we just sold it as, you know, it's lo-fi, it's raw, it's what Oyasumi are, probably no one would have noticed. Everyone would have just took it straight as...
Chat gives a good idea. We should sell the podcast on Bandcamp.
I'm disgusted with that idea. But if you'll buy it, why not?
But yeah, so this is it's a new version of an old song. Let's go with that.
Video wise, how you feeling?
I mean, it's kind of just, you know, B-roll kind of. It's kind of like when a group does a live music video.
The only thing I would say with this is, yeah, it very much feels like you're living in Oyasumi's world with this video. You know, like, you know, their, you know, late night drives and the shows that they do, and, you know, hanging out.
I
with
would
the girls.
definitely have the biggest check EQ out of the three of us. Sorry,
because
I'm responding
everyone
to
in
chat
John's
right
queue
now.
just want to suck his dick, of course. That's a joke that goes way back, and I'll leave that one for people's imaginations.
Jeez, we're demonetized. But yeah, kind of B-roll kind of thing. They play table tennis or ping pong. Is that what it's called?
Hey man, I'd pay money to play ping pong with
some people call it
Hachikatsu.
Is ping pong culturally insensitive?
No, it should be alright. It should be fine. I mean, it depends on where the ping pong balls are coming from. Let's be honest.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, so I mean, there's not too much to the music video, really.
Yeah, that's not much. But
they're kind of just
nice
they're like at an arcade and stuff, and they're like going to street stalls, and it's kind of like a summertime kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a night out on the town with Oyasumi Hologram, but not getting too
Pretty
drunk.
much.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Play the slot machine and like the UFO catcher, that kind of stuff.
Sounds cool to me.
I don't know, man. I'm just at the point where I want new music.
I know. I understand how you feel. Like,
It's been almost a year.
I only recently got into them at all, so like,
It's been almost a year since they've put anything new out.
I feel like I've eaten up all their content already, and I feel like I want more. I mean, it hasn't even been that long, but I feel like I'm in a baby metal situation or something, you know, where you're just like, I want new stuff.
And to be fair, they've put out 3 albums, but like, I think a couple of them are like 8 tracks or whatever, so it's not like you're, you know. Yeah, more new music, please.
So, Should we move on?
Yeah,
from
they
the
do
hologram?
have new songs. They just aren't recording them. Chat makes a very good point.
Who knows? Well, I mean, it's good that at least they've got some new stuff.
I don't know. Is John still here?
Yes.
I'm sure
Oh,
John's
yeah.
still here. He's just chilling.
I just didn't want to.
Oh, if you don't have anything nice, don't say anything at all.
Yeah.
Is that-
Yeah, I didn't want to comment on it too much. I mean, I guess I'll just put in my 2 cents. I know it's a demo and everything. It's very tinny sounding, and the vocal mix is not good. But it is.
They're
a demo.
putting it out on CD. Like,
Yeah, it's a demo. Yeah, I mean, what really can you expect? It hasn't been cleaned up and produced properly, so
They'll put it out on vinyl and everyone will buy it anyway.
I will, because I'm a sucker for vinyl, because I'm an idiot.
Should we,
So, John.
should we move on?
Yeah.
how about this next video? What are your thoughts on Zen Kimi's new video for Mudai Gasso?
Oh, you mean this old song?
The old
Yeah,
but
more old
redone song.
songs.
I mean, and when you say old, I mean, this is what, their second single? Is this their second single?
First. No. Sorry.
No,
It
second.
is their second, but it's the first of the second album, I should say. Sorry.
Yeah, but you know, it's what I think is what they're doing here is they've got that new double album for 1,000 yen. Everybody go buy it because it's awesome. They're just this is on there, yeah. Well, this is on both.
This is on the new album.
It's
as
on
well.
both.
This is on everything.
The main reason is that this is also going on something else. So this video is also being used for something else, as like an ending or something for something. They're on TV at the moment and they're doing stuff. That's the reason why they've redone the video by the look of it.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Oh, okay. See,
They probably got paid money to do this.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So, but the song has been released 4 times now. If you really want to
Yep.
get down to it.
Once the 2 new things come out, which are out, then yeah, 4 times, yeah. But I mean, this is technically the newest version of the song. The song's had 2 versions. You had the original version on the album, and now you have this version, which is
They're probably going to have to do another version.
They'll have to do the soundtrack version.
The 4-member version.
yeah, this is the 4-member version. I've listened through the entire song and I couldn't figure out where Mene was at all.
Yeah. You know, I did that too because I was like, well, they put it out on the new album. They put it out on the, I guess what you'd call best of or re-recorded double album.
Exactly, yeah.
But those were both 5-member things, and this sounds like a 4-member thing. So they must have done an extra.
Yeah, so they've changed this definitely so that there's just the 4 of them, and this is how they're performing it live. Because I've watched a few live clips of them since performing this song, and all the vocals are done by the 4 of them. They don't miss any words out, so someone's covering someone. I like the new version of this song. It's a lot more melodic. You can hear, guitar parts in places that maybe I didn't pick up on before. Togeren's vocals sound really good. Mashiro's solo part I don't think sounds quite as good as the original. I think she did it like absolutely perfectly on the first version. The new version still sounds good. I just don't think it was compressed enough. So at the
She
part,
sounds a little extra squeaky.
not so,
I guess you could.
That's
you
how
don't think?
it's kind of supposed to sound on that bit. But like the bit where she gets all the emotional bit and she sings kind of more powerful, it sounds like they didn't compress it enough or they didn't raise it. So like when she's singing quietly and then it goes to the bit where she actually puts some effort in, they're basically the same volume. It's like they didn't allow for the oomph that she gave out to come across on the record. So I don't know if they over compressed it or they did something to it, I don't know. But yeah, it kind of lost a bit of power from her solo part. Yeah, Viz said her emotion was delivered better in the original. But then again, you can't pass up Mishiro in Seifuku, so yeah. Pretty much.
Now, I think I read some people saying that this wasn't as punchy or something as the original.
I don't know.
Or like it was missing something from the original. I don't know if I really agree with that. I think it's different. I mean, but
Yeah, well, I mean,
I want it to be different.
How many lineup changes have they gone through? I mean, I think they still had the yellow member when they originally recorded
Well,
it.
I'm gonna throw it out there. And I don't know if anyone's picked up on it, but throughout the video, there's cherry blossoms blowing around, right? If anyone's looked, that you'll notice that the cherry blossoms are all the colours of the past members. And then basically the whole finger thing is, you know, their promise to each other that they'll be Zen Kimi till they die, or whatever their whole finger thing was about, if I remember. So they explained it a while back ago what the finger thing was about, and they've all done it with all the members. They've always done the finger thing. But essentially, yeah, so you got like the yellow ones for, what was her name, Asuna, and then you got Aza's purple ones, and then you had the light blue for Gamochi, as well as, you know, all the rest of the girl stuff. So all of the girls that have gone or disappeared at some point, this song is basically like a tribute to everyone who's been and gone from Zen Kimi, and that's what all the finger things are about. Yeah, I know the finger thing's not the best choice of words, but the pinky.
I was going to say something.
I don't want to call it. I don't want to call it a pinky promise, because we'll be talking about something about pinkies later on, and I'd rather get onto that later.
Oh,
on.
Dude, give it away! Come on.
No. But
I'm just going to say that I did the finger thing with Mashiro, so we can move on.
All right, nice.
But we're moving on to even more Zen Kimi.
Well, it's a double. It's a double Zen Kimi. Out of the two, I kind of like Muda Gasso, but I do really like this video as well, so it's kind of, I'm struggling here, but we'll have to see. But this is what we meant by Kodomo Mental putting in some serious work recently. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think this one's actually new.
Yeah, super new. Yeah, this is their
Not
kind
a
of
re-record.
like, this is their new metal rap rock with, you know, Zen Kimi undertones style offering for us, with them supposedly kind of being like vampires, I suppose, but vampires that eat fruit. So we're
Vegetarian vampires.
Yeah.
And not in a stupid, ridiculous, whatever them stupid sparkly vampire piece of crap things are. Not that kind of vegetarian vampire.
Yeah. Mashiro with blue eyes stole my soul. I was a bit like, Jesus Christ, that's...
What, you don't like the Togaran pink eyes?
I mean, I like them all with the coloured eyes. It looks pretty crazy. Even Yotsu with the one bit of hair that had like gelled, so it like stuck out the side of her head. I actually thought that was super cute. For some reason, I was like,
what's going on?
I was like, I like that. That's like anime hair for Yotsu. I was like, it actually looked pretty good. And then of course we've got Megumi in the racy, lacy
just
black.
Just killing it.
Yeah, just killing it in the lacy black, like gothic style. She looks good in that. Megumi, keep wearing that stuff. Maybe get rid of the white and red and just go to black and red or something. I think you'd look much better.
So there's like some random Slender Man in the video, I guess.
Slender Man in a suit in the background doing stuff.
Battler Man.
Is that what that's supposed to be?
I don't know.
No, I think it's just like, because like in Japan, if like kind of stagehand or whatever isn't supposed to be seen,
or they just cover the face.
They cover them in all black or whatever. They do it a lot.
Or if it's like
the
green
variety
screen,
shows
they'll dress them up in like a green suit so that they can phase them out. Has anyone noticed that on the chorus bit, or just after the chorus bit, they actually have a little dance move that they do with the kind of the knees and
thing with the hands and stuff?
I will hella be doing that if I see them live.
I think it's cute.
It looks fun. It looks fun.
Yeah, it's a kabuki theater thing.
Nice.
Thank you, chat.
You know,
I'm not sure who this random person that shows up
it's
and tries to assassinate them is.
I think it's the Queen of Light.
Yeah. She's like, I've gone out of one video and ran into someone else's. Yeah, she's like, I'm gonna inject all their food with poison and that sort of stuff.
It's nice that they're promoting healthy eating though, because all they're eating's like fruits. So
yeah, I was trying to see.
I'm not sure about that dragon fruit thing though.
Well, at least one of them was they weren't eating anything too crazy, but yeah, the dragon fruit looked a bit crazy. Also, you know, before they used to do like, you know, the effects on the screen, and it always came off as a bit cheap. Is it me, or if they stepped up like the on-screen effects like quite a bit in this one? Like, it all looks pretty legit.
They did.
They installed an upgrade to
they got
Adobe After Effects.
Yeah,
They had to get that. Because like
it's almost not noticeable unless you're looking for it.
Oh
it's just
God.
like
I hope
it's a nice addition.
someone in chat said it could have been durian. There's no way it would have been durian. There's no way all four of them.
No, that's not a durian.
They would have not been sitting at that table if someone had just cracked open a durian.
You have to suffer for your art, man.
Oh, no.
You know, a durian may taste good, but it does not smell good. No,
I don't even think it tastes good.
Not. No, they're delightfully taste.
Really?
Wise.
Well, you can go and enjoy your durian
horrible.
while I
Yeah,
keep on.
if you're sickly, you do need your fruit. That is true. An apple a day and all that, you know.
Yeah, an apple a day keeps the yummy away. There you go.
It's like, what's the whole deal with the end of the video where they die, but then they all wake up?
Not quite sure. Let's be honest. This is Zenbu Kimi MV. It very rarely makes any sense. Maybe it's because they can't die. Like Zenbu Kimi can't.
Is
die.
that the same stage that they filmed the other videos on? Or they just hung some black drapes?
They've definitely. It's probably like in-house Kagome
the basement,
set,
probably.
yeah. And they're all just like rearranging it for stuff. I mean,
hey, if you guys donate to our Patreon, we will shoot a video in Japan where the three of us eat durian.
You'd have to pay me so much money to eat that fruit. Just throw up everywhere. You know some idiot's going to be looking for a Patreon now to try and donate and then realizes that we don't have one. We don't have one.
DM me for details on how you can do it.
Anyway, let's move on to the next video anyway. So
the last video.
Last one, and it's not Oyasumi Hologram that decided to pop up for 2 seconds. It's actually LADYBABY with their MV for Pinky Pinky. Boom.
Hooray.
Hi. I'm sure some of you had some strong feelings.
This song is terrible. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know. I'm not a fan.
The MV itself seems to be like super, if not like completely based on an anime called School Life or Gakko Gurashi.
I would have gone with High School of the Dead.
No, it's literally like the backgrounds, the bit that blocks the stairs. It's like literally directly pulled.
Okay.
From like school. I even had to go and have a look at all the backdrops, and I was like, Jesus, the bit
Also,
where they go to the roof and they look at like the apocalyptic bit. The fact that one of them's got a shovel, that's like one of the main character's weapons in the.
That backdrop with like all the chairs piled up is quite common in anime.
Mm-mm.
I'm not saying it. I'm not trying to say that you're wrong. I'm just pointing out that it's quite a common kind of trope, I guess.
Oh yeah, of course.
Would be the word. I don't know. This is just like the video where it isn't green screen or whatever, or like you know what I mean, like the bit with all the digital effects and stuff.
Mm.
The bit where they're in the school. There we go. I should have just said that. Why didn't I just say that? The bit where they're in the school's pretty decent, but I don't know, dude.
I think the idea is, I don't know if any of you lot have seen School Live, but one of the characters from School Lives basically snaps when the whole zombie thing, and she basically goes into a world where she lives as if everything's fine and everything's perfect and there's flowers and she sees everyone still alive and everything's good, right? So essentially that kind of what it feels like in the video. Every now and again you'll have the shots of them in the the zombie apocalypse type thing with all the broken up stuff, and then they go back to they're together and they're kind of forgetting about all the bad stuff that's happened and they're just living in this fantasy world. Like that's why I think it's like literally near enough exactly School Live, near enough. Or
so it's not even an original idea.
The thing is, Gakko Gurashi could potentially be seeing a second season soon. So is this just coming out a bit too early?
Oh,
and this could potentially be
too early.
Yeah, and this could potentially be an ending or an opening. Who knows? It seems
Why
very
are they wearing
funny.
gas masks though? I don't like. Is it an airborne toxin or something?
I don't know how it originally started. I can't remember.
An airborne toxin that you breathe in but can't seep in through your skin? Sounds reasonable.
No idea.
Well, I want to know why they hired the Regina Kiss videographer to do the green screen stuff.
With the random like palm leaf trees and stuff in the background.
I think they were the same palm trees, yeah?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, the stuff in the school's cool, but like the green screen stuff,
Yeah.
The song's good though.
Yeah, I
No, you don't
know.
like the song?
No, not really.
Oh, really?
I preferred the way that they
I
were
rather
going.
enjoyed it.
I was preferring the way that they were going with the Omori Seiko song and stuff like that. In honesty,
I'm just gonna throw it out there. The singing on this is not very good.
yeah, like it's
No, but the musical track is pretty good, yeah?
The instrumental's decent.
it's okay.
This
I don't know. I liked it.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like I get what they're going with it. It feels like they've tried to do something like a bit like the Pillow song, but the Pillow song done more as like an old style LADYBABY song, I suppose. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, it seems like they're trying a lot of stuff. I mean, you had the LADYBABY Blue thing, you had the Pillow thing. You know, it's all different.
But that's the problem. They're not consistent. Like
This is a solid shoulder shrug for me.
yeah, like me is better, but me just sounds like an anime song. It just doesn't. I don't know. It's kind of like.
Man, we definitely shouldn't have ended on this.
I don't know.
No,
I mean,
we're super wishy-washy.
I think most people in chat agree with us that, like, some people really love LADYBABY and say LADYBABY keep putting out great stuff, but like they seemed like they were getting away from the male vocalist being in there, and now it's been brought back for full effect for no reason.
We didn't even mention that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, why is there harsh vocals? Why is that back? What was that needed? Is the harsh vocals like representative of like the zombies, or I don't know? I'm reaching here. Like,
Why didn't we see a zombie in the video?
If they had like.
Why didn't we see them bash someone's brains?
That's what
in?
I wanted. I wanted to see them smashing somebody's head in. With
Is that not kawaii enough or something?
I mean, if they did a thing where there was a zombie apocalypse and they were smashing in zombies' heads, yeah, you know full well that video would do really, really well.
Ray's pretty good with a knife, from what I hear. So I mean, you know.
Well, I think the video and song are probably more about we're friends to the end and all this stuff instead of brutal carnage. Really,
pretty much.
Yeah, but I mean, they teased it though.
We pinky promise we will keep up this lesbian gimmick until we die. Is that
Terry?
What?
You went through that whole 15-minute spiel on LADYBABY Blue.
Yeah.
I know
they're not.
You people with the
not
lesbian thing, and then you just toss it out there.
I know they're not lesbians, but I know full well that's what everyone's gonna say. I bet you if I went to the comment section of this MV, I bet you full well I could scroll down and within about 2 clicks it would be like, oh, so they're still doing the lesbian thing then. That's immediately what will come up. I know that.
Yeah, but you don't have to blast it out there.
I'm gonna put it out there because people.
If this was a zombie movie, they'd have been attacked by zombies while on that swing set, and their weapons were like 500 miles away.
Oh, if this was a zombie movie, the video would have been 25 seconds long.
If this was a zombie movie, one of them would secretly be a zombie.
Oh, there you go. Anyway, we're getting way off
track. If this was a zombie movie, they'd just hurry up and make out and get over with it so that they don't die virgins. That's exactly what would happen in a zombie film.
Hot take.
You want to take us to the end? Are we ending this now?
I think we should. I think we should end it because we've gone about as far as I can go with this video.
Yeah, I think we've ended everything pretty much. Right?
Anyway,
we've Aina that ended everything.
Anyway, I'll take us back to the welcome to the show screen, and instead of welcome to the show, it's thank you for joining us for today's show.
Hey, production values.
Yeah, I still haven't made an ending slide. I really should. But yeah, thanks for everyone who joined us today. Anything you guys want to plug before we head off? Are you good?
Yeah, let's see. idleisshit.com, as always. Try to get at least one article out a week. Been doing pretty good at that. So this week's was, well, I guess this past week's, if you're watching the VOD, was a review of Zure's Loud Asymmetry. So, not the most timely of reviews, I guess, considering it's been like a month since it came out. But, I had a bunch of other stuff to write. Check that out if you are so inclined. And I believe this coming week, so that'll be Wednesday, if you're watching live or if you're watching the VOD, I will be posting a review of NECRONOMIDOL's Dawn Slayer. Yes, I know everyone else has already posted a review. I only just got it, but I wrote a quick review for it, so...
Hey, fresh eyes, man. Fresh eyes.
If anyone still can stomach the thought of reading another NECRONOMIDOL review, then maybe check that out. It'll be up on Wednesday. Apart from that, like I said, idleasshit.com. Bookmark it or whatever it is you guys do. Add it to your RSS reader. I don't know. Idle as shit on Twitter. I still don't know how it's not been blocked or algorithmed or something with shit in the handle, but hey, we'll see. Follow that for snarky tweets and updates on stuff that goes on site or podcasts or whatever. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Anything from you, John?
Well, I'm kind of getting back to at least one thing a day. It was a little rocky there for a bit, but I'm trying to get back. Real life and all that, And Gary, I'm gonna come read that review, so that's one for you.
Yay!
Everybody else go read it too. Everybody else read it.
Maybe you can link it in that interview that gets posted.
Oh yeah, yep. Next week.
And then I can link the interview at the end of my review, and we can be all incestuous and stuff.
There you go. We could circle it all around and put everybody in a loop.
That twin taboo.
We can be like a snake eating its tail or whatever.
Jesus.
Yeah, but yeah, next week the Necroma Ricky interview's coming out. Thank you, Terry, for making that happen.
It's all right. My pleasure.
Yep, it'll pop up on straight-from-japan.com. And I'll keep trying to put at least one story out a day. I know, people, I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Sorry.
And as usual, you'll find me in the Alternative Idol Facebook group, where you can come and join and hang out and find all the latest stuff, usually the stuff that ends up on here, posted freshly by myself and everyone else. All you crazy people in chat there that post all the good stuff just as it releases, don't give us time to write a paragraph about it. Or you can come and find us at the Alternative Idol Discord, which is where a lot of the interview questions and like ideas for top tens and all that sort of stuff normally come from the Discord, where we'll or if you just want to come in for a good chinwag and perhaps some not safe for work stuff occasionally, maybe join us in there.
If you're trying to join the Facebook group, please answer the questions. If you don't answer the questions, we're going to reject your join request.
Yeah, I normally give people 24 hours maybe
to
come and check it.
If you want to join the Discord, message one of the three of us, we'll hook you up.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that's where you'll find us. You know where we are. Also, come check out the Twitter. You can find all of us on Twitter at Idol Podcast or just at Ramen Shuriken for myself. So there's plenty of places you can hit us up, ask us questions, give us ideas, feedback, all that sort of stuff. Don't be a stranger. We want to hear from you guys. You guys are the
subscribe.
The people that
like the video.
We even do this. Yes, please subscribe. And I don't care about liking this video, but if you're watching this on the VOD, then preferably like the video. If you don't like it, then just dislike it. I don't know, 21, 22 times. It's all good. Anyway, but I'll end it on that note, and we shall catch you all next week on the next one.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.